MediaTek's Dimensity 9500 rumored to adopt similar cluster as Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2 that includes ARM's next generation Cortex-X 930, but no custom cores. A new configuration could be adopted next year when MediaTek gears up to officially launch the Dimensity 9500 to take on Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2. While we expect the Taiwanese firm to keep pace with the competition and utilize TSMC's improved 3nm in 3P process to mass produce next year's SoC, the specifications have been kept in the dark until now. Newly found information reveals that unlike the Dimensity 9400, the Dimensity 9500 will stick to a different cluster by taking inspiration from the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2. But MediaTek has no plans to launch any in-house cores. A new 2+6 CPU cluster could be adopted by the Dimensity 9500, with the rest of the cores belonging to ARM's Cortex-A730, while the Dimensity 9500 will apparently adopt the same 2+6 cluster as the current generation Snapdragon 8 Elite. The reason why we mentioned above that the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2 will also feature the same configuration is because we reported about an earlier rumor that talked about this detail. ALS. The upcoming SoC is said to have its performance cores running at 5.00 GHz, but as you all know, we have to stick with the Dimensity 9500 rumor at this time. For whatever reason, MediaTek will not introduce or unlike custom cores to the Dimensity 9500, as the silicon is said to feature ARM designs that include the Cortex-X 930 and the Cortex-A730, both of which have yet to be announced. We feel that the change in the CPU cluster would allow the Dimensity 9500 to better compete with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2 and Apple's A19 and A19 Pro. By leveraging TSMC's 3nm and 3P node, it is also possible that MediaTek will have the thermal and efficiency headroom to add 2 high-performance Cortex-X 930 cores instead of 1. The bulk of the information posted by a Reddit user has been deleted, meaning that some details currently elude us. However, we will be thrilled to see the Dimensity 9500 get support for ARM's SME, or Scalable Matrix Extension, allowing the chipset to tackle more complex workloads more efficiently, resulting in up to a 20% multi-core improvement. Sadly, since we will not see the new chipsets launch until late next year, it is important to treat this rumor with a pinch of salt and stand by for future updates.